What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in this valuable video, we're going to talk about DXB Crypto's bear market hit list. And this edition is going to be about Hyperliquid, where to buy it, where to wait for it, what's going on with Hyperliquid right now, what are the unlocks doing, what is smart money doing, all of that. Smash a like because you're not going to get a better balanced content. None of this is financial advice, of course, but you're not going to get content that consistently tells you what I'm doing. So smash a like, guys, and let's jump into it. One of the reasons why I'm interested in Hyperliquid is because, A, Hyperliquid generates a crazy amount of 24-hour revenue. The last one is just $3.2 million. They dedicate all of that to buybacks of the Hype token. Now, that's quite significant, and we need to balance this, of course, with the unlocks. Hype's about to have one of its biggest unlocks. 9.92, nearly 10 million Hype tokens are scheduled to come in on the 6th of February. That's 3 days from now. The chances are, with the way the market is going, these unlocks would be cashed in some sort because Hype price, compared to the market, is doing very, very well. Now, of course, this is going to be quite significant in terms of the overall unlocks. But where does that fit with the wider market strategy? So if this is going to represent around 2.78, 2.79 release of the total supply to the core contributors, right? Core contributors, that's key. And the market conditions demanding a tough time ahead, right? Uncertainty with the Fed. People want to know what Kevin Walsh is going to do. He's been critical of the Fed before. The macro picture is still uncertain. So we are looking at a potential bear market scenario for most cryptocurrencies. And this is going to be invaluable education for you, of course, in making a decision, hopefully when the relevant price becomes way more attractive in pursuing the project. Right now, Hyperliquid is $7 billion. It is a huge market cap. And of course, the fully diluted is 30 billion. Now, what you would see here is the performance of this asset over the last 30 days. And it's absolutely incredible compared to the market dynamics. Over the last 1 year, Hype is up 42%. But what really are unbelievable is the strength in the last 7 days. I look at 1 year, and of course, you look at the last 14 days. This has all been, even the last 24 hours. The market has been very, very tough. And what Hype is doing is showing people that it has true strength. Now, is this driven by paybacks? Is this driven because of the large unlock that's coming? Is there genuine demand for Hyperliquid? And I tend to believe the picture is a mix of all of those. Typically, when we see major unlocks, we tend to see assets run, especially assets that are well controlled, right? Well run. They tend to run towards this event with massive, massive strength. But what Hyperliquid does, and does differently from every other blockchain, or most blockchains, is it has transparent order books. I know CZ and Binance did not like that, and they came up with Asta. Asta is just a centralized exchange on basically a decentralized technology. But before we go any further, guys, smash a like to the video. Of course, I want this education to get to as many people as possible. But just a quick summary. For those of you who don't actually know what Hyperliquid is, you can actually, if you want, read the whole Hyperliquid stack and their entire white paper, but I'm going to try and summarize all of this for you. It's basically a fully on-chain perpetuals and spot order book with complete transparency on DEX. Every order, cancel trade, liquidation, everything that occurs with 100% transparency. It has 200,000 transactions per second put through, which is great. It is also EVM compatible. It has a general purpose smart contract platform similar to Ethereum that makes Hype's or what's called hypercores liquidity and financial tools available permissionlessly, as well as building blocks for any developer or user. It's mainly optimized for financial transaction, and it has one of the best speeds out there of any layer one blockchain. Okay, so that's what Hype is basically a layer one that's built and optimized and very, very smooth for basically decentralized DEXs, of course, and it uses open order books. That makes it very, very special. And with that comes a lot of transparency in order blocks, in times. Sometimes I follow people or whales that I track, again, across different platforms. And I know exactly what they're up by, what they're down by, how much their liquidation points are. Generally gives me a direction of the market, which is very, very key. Okay, so distance to liquidation, this guy right now on Hyperliquid is 11%. Funding is 56,522, and PNL is $3.3 million on his Solana position, which is valued around $40 million. Okay, so this is again, average entry 14, live price is 105. People are getting faked out every single day. You've got another BT long here, BTC long 478, 37 million. Average entry 79. The price is now 78. See, people are falling for the, and you'd be surprised, people have small money and have a lot of knowledge, but a lot of the whales that I see who get liquidated regularly on Hyperliquid have absolutely no bloody clue on how to trade. So you're not alone, my friend, if you're watching this video and thinking, oh, damn, what's going on with my trading style? This is another whale that I was tracking on Ethereum longs and Hype longs, and you can see here exactly what their position is doing. The leverage and the size, and of course, positions that he closes every now and then. So there's real data, real analytics, a lot of stuff. You can see the entire market now becoming short. And of course, 43% liquidation ratio here. Their profits, it's absolutely insane. So Hyperliquid, on that sense, is one of the best projects. In the last 24 hours, it was actually one of the few cryptocurrencies that printed a daily buy signal over here amongst all of the other projects. So it's quite wild that it's gone up. But I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do with Hyperliquid in the long term and where my targets are. Okay. If you've come this far, by the way, support the channel and smash a like. So Hyperliquid's downtrend, starting from the September market crash, October market crash here, kind of came up to this $50 level. And you can see 1, 2, this is our historical trend. It has now flipped this into support, but you can see here we are oversold on the daily. So here's what I'm looking to the downside. My bear market target price will commence from $15 onwards. Why would I go for $15? Well, there is a massive interest of Hyperliquid here at around $20. Break $20 and nibble at 15. And of course, if we come back lower, I doubt if we'll ever see the bottom here. But if we do, stranger things have happened. That puts Hype sub $10. I'm willing to done the research, done all of the things I could with the tokenomics, the analysis, the short-term, long-term impact. What I'm looking for is Hyperliquid now becoming one of the most established projects by 2030, an integral part to the way we trade crypto in the future. So this is the leader of the asset class. And ideally what I would love to see is a further breakdown of the price, sub $20, get interested at $15 and stagger orders all the way to these lows over here. Who cares? If my price is not met anyway, I have a target for a specific number to accumulate specific number, a round number of Hyperliquid tokens that I can hold for the long term. So that's my strategy. But $32, it is not time to FOMO. It is overvalued. And with this downtrend now coming back to test this to be tested, I expect the prices to fall through and this to become a new resistance, and perhaps we get extended all the way down. Let me know what you think. Of course, there are other options on base. Of course, there's Asta and there's other things, but I don't think the unlock alone is the major problem here. It is an opportunity, providing that you are bidding Hyperliquid below or between these two blue lines. Take care, guys.